Welcome back to Comic Studio as well. In the last video, we just actually making of these things like anything as well. We just already reviewed for the versus Imposter Comic Studio that we thought this comic studio was probably this is as well for the adults only for to do this as we don't look like this as well because we thought this comic studio was actually more scarier than ever than actually that we made this last video as well, that we just completely restoring of this recovery images from those backgrounds and added cookie run characters from them. And where today's video that I'm gonna be trying to get ourselves, and let's search for Friday Night Funkin Comic Studios that we just aren't got anything as well to do this as well. So we're gonna be getting around for those comic studios that hopefully that will might able to be getting scammed for one time as we're gonna be browsing for some comic studios. As we scroll down all the way, and as you can see this Draco Shower 94, that is actually going to be where you're looking for around here. So, most of all, that we just reviewing for the versus Imposter version 4. So, I'm at her account, and she has her YouTube channel, and many more comic studios as we got for the Friday Night Funkin Comic Studio could be another one what actually that we just tried to do. So, nothing what actually going to do for someday. So, some reasons if we're going to be headed in for some comic studio, I guess, for the main website as well, and get scammed with ad. I'm probably sure that could be ad blackouts as well, or the ad pop-ups as well. So let's say imposter, as we're going to get ourselves for the various searches as we possibly do. So this is the versus imposter, and nothing with all of those versions that we guess. So we shouldn't be able to be showing like anything as well. So it's actually for the version 2. So it's not going to be for exactly for version 3 images as well. So even it's actually version 4. So we might be able to be checking out, but there is nothing happens that I'm not being able to do this as well. So let's check it out for the version 4 of the versus imposter as well. Even contains with cookie run characters as we're jumping in, and probably contains cookie run characters like these, even for the BF Crepe and the girlfriend Pyro girlfriend as well. So, even when was actually starting a little about of those characters, let's gonna be talking about all of those things as I'm gonna be checking this out. There was Syrupy looked like an imposter as well. Even for these characters as a cat and Hype Cookie holding his knife or someone's knife as well. So even is actually going to be doing this as well. And it's actually going to be says that you notice that all characters belongs to their respective mascots and owners, and series versus imposter made by the Impostorm team. So the versus imposter version 4 is owned by the Impostorm team, and Inner Sloth play the mod is going to be over here. And if I'm going to be pressing about of this link that leads to something that the game that should be for downloadable things as well, it wouldn't be possible without the users of Comic Studio, which means it's absolutely having from over here. So here we go, we're going to be starting for some characters first. And the first thing, we got the boyfriend Crepe, which is actually like the role as well. Even that he actually died as well, that I'm probably not sure. Even for to do this as well, he became a ghost when he was died after doing for something as well to the girlfriend as well. Even this is actually based on strawberry crepe cookie that turns into a mix in a round of those things, like or something is actually turns into some kind of unreliable mascots as well. And another one is the Pyro Girlfriend. So it's basically similar to Parfait Cookie as well. We just turn on the spoilers on, even like we absolutely said. She was dead, I guess. I'm probably sure not. Even because of the imposter's win, that we're not very sure that she is also a ghost after something is actually being born as well. So I'm not gonna be very, of course, to do this as well. That it's not gonna be a no sign to do this. There must be some sort of imposter hit as well. I'm probably not sure that something is absolutely sabotaging their heads, and we're very not sure it wasn't gonna be real as well, just like in the game. And there are more characters as the Twiz Pico as well, similar to Twizzy or like those Twizzly gummy cookie as well. So even that the machine gun gets even longer as well. Even that is actually similar, like that her hair was mixed it around for magenta, cyan, dark blue, and orange. Even or something like we just got it everywhere. And another character is the J Star. This is actually for some sort of an unknown username because actually becomes suspicious like this. Even for to do that contains spoiler as well, even for this time as well. And another character is Hyperheims. Becomes an imposter was pretty easy. And behind his back, there must be a wing like anything as well. And turns into a demon as well. Another character is the Draco Shower 94. This is actually for the main character as well. Even for to do this, was actually for some sort of a V4. And her head was gotten cut off. And actually, it's actually going to be who isn't the imposter as well. And it was the rolled yellow as well. So even that she was killed, of course. And what about she falls down and she looks dead to do this as anyways. Even though that doesn't going to be as mean that she was surprised like anything as well. So another one is this AU of reality was based off was actually Dr. Wasabi Cookie. Even though it was actually going to be jumping off, I'm never going to be very sure. It was actually Dr. Wasabi Cookie like somewhere. And there is a syrupy that was the creator of the comic studio as well for 4 years. I mean this. This is actually syrupy cookie, like the whipped coffee cookie was syrupy. He was the creator of comic studio for 4 years, or for over 5 years, of course, as well. Even it's actually going to be the same thing until something is absolutely for the final event comes from as well, where the nothing is absolutely going to be as well. So another one is Cookie Run Runaways, which is a mod as well that we just probably started to do as well. I think that is where such as a Pizza Hat as well. Another one was the Panilla Cookie. Panilla Cookie was actually for another one, starting with Ginger Brave, and then Panilla Cookie. And then what is another one is the Surfer Rapane. This Surfer Rapane Cookie was actually for some sort of this as well. Next one is the Zombie Cookie. And another one is the Candy Cane Cookie, who is likely the imposter for sure. That wasn't even for the incident as well, or some kind of incident, or the innocent like these. And the Ginger Brave, the one in control role, like those things. And he becomes Timekeeper's son, or like this as well. or becoming a timekeeper cookie as well. So another one is the Numanoth 226. It was actually for some sort of a living alive and another victim as well. And another one is Puffy. It was exactly for another name wasn't being able to be stolen like that before. And then that she turns into some kind of monster, we guess, for a wild of monster as well. So the monster of murder monstrosity as well. So another one is the Cherries Foxes. And it looks like it's actually going to be for one thing. Cherries Foxes, it looks like this. And it's actually going to be doing this as well. Even what actually is this thing as well. So another one is Onion Rabbit. So based on Onion Cookie as well. Even that she goes on this time as well. Is it that spoilers that we got here? We don't think as well. Another one is Sophia, the Groovy Comic Maker. Oh no, that was a Gacha Live character. So, Sophia, the Goofy Comic Maker. We do not able to be choosing this character because that was a Gacha Live as well. Even though this is actually contained for around 18 years and older, that you're gonna be viewing this comic studio for real. And another character is Quintestinal, which is really like there before. And she was being killed like this thing as well. So, this is Quintestinal, or Quintessential, or Quintessential. And it was actually going to be for another character like this as well. Even that is actually Milky Way Cookie Adets for her as well, even for something as well. And another one is Octoteen, which is turned into some kind of, oh, not anyways, as not the South Park or like anything as well. And another one is Iceberg Synergy. Yep, it's from Angry Birds Space. The alphabet lore as well, I'm probably sure. And the username is Maddie the Determinedone 107. It was actually going to be for winning games, like, or something like for some sort of a character. And one more character is Neon. So it was actually, I didn't actually gonna be for pretty understanding like this character for some sort of adult. The submitted sprites was actually available from over here. Wait, for something is actually for the last video was actually for the versus imposter as well. So we're gonna be checking out for the user sprites. It was also available that we just completely forgot about as well. So as we check it out for some sort of a red parts, instead of pink berry like those things, as we did have any user parts as well. So even for these most couple of more videos to go, I'm probably sure that doesn't gonna be mean pride for quite a sense like to do this.